All right, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm King 5 meteorologist Adam Claibon. It's the start of another week, and we're still seeing more of that pattern where we have waves of warm air, cooler air that continue to track their way here across our part of the country and really across most of the country. We're still in that spring mode here, so we're going to show you how this week, just like last week, we could be looking at some of the warmest temperatures of the year, as one day in particular looks to be the warmest. We'll tell you what that day is. Plus, we'll talk about the one and only rain chance that we have here as we go later into the week as well, what the long-term forecast is looking like here as we head towards the middle part of the month of May. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a look at temperatures, and this is where we stand right now as far as temperatures across the country. I wanted to point out to what's happening here across the Dakotas, and you can see there's quite a warm-up that's showing up there across Bismarck, Rapid City. Billings right now sitting at 73 degrees, so pretty warm stuff over that way, and that was part of our warm air mass that was with us late last week. So that has made its way from our part of the country over there. So it goes from west to east, and now we're in this cooler pattern. But we are going to be seeing a warm up here as we go over the next couple of days as this air mass starts to pivot its way farther to the east and we start to warm up yet again. So check out some of the numbers here. These are highs over the last 15 days, and you can see kind of the curvy nature of this as we go from highs in the 50s up into the 70s, back down into the 50s, and then last week topped off at 76 on the first day of May. That was back on Thursday. And again, this week we could be seeing even warmer temperatures than that as we look forward to maybe the warmest day of the year after just seeing that last Thursday with a high of 76. Could see some of those numbers topped yet again. Let's talk about highs today. We made our way to the lower 60s around Seattle and Tacoma, 59 in Port Townsend, 58 in Bellingham. Tomorrow highs going to be about a good 7 to 10 degrees warmer. Let's show you that 7-day forecast. Warm stuff's going to be around. A lot of dry weather in place too. We're just dealing with a lot of the warm and cool, or the warmer weather and the cool downs that we see here over that stretch of time. There's that forecast on Tuesday. That could be the warmest day of the week as we are expected to top off at 78 degrees. Now, I will say this, that's probably not going to be a record. Records are in the mid 80s, so we're going to stay shy of that, but albeit it's going to be a really warm day, and we still have some pretty nice days as we go later into the week as well, and that might be a little too warm for some of us, so it'll be nice to get the cool down. All right, let's continue on here. Let's show you the GOES satellite imagery, and you can see for those of us here closer to Hood Canal, we've actually been dealing with a decent amount of cloud coverage here throughout the day, so it hasn't been quite as sunny for us over this way as opposed to what we've been seeing across a lot of the rest of western Washington. That kind of indicated there by those white shadings that you're seeing, those kind of puffy cotton candy sort of looks showing up on there for you. But La Push, we got the clear skies out this way towards the north coast. A lot of people I've been seeing this time-lapse video walking along the water here and enjoying the sights and the scenes. Obviously the water still pretty chilly. Here's Paulsville. Again, a lot of sunshine, but we look out towards the Olympics there, and you can see Paulsville. We got those clouds that we saw on the satellite imagery over some of the mountains over there. Here, looking at our SchoolNet side in Granite Falls, Mount Pilchuck, not too many clouds blocking that. Plenty of sunshine there, and up this way around Bellingham, where we're seeing plenty of sun glistening off of the bay there. This way and around Everett, Payne Field, seeing nothing but sunshine at that view, and then you can see off into the distance Mount Rainier, covered by a few clouds just behind the skyline here in Seattle, but still a pretty beautiful day. Temperatures in the low 60s. We'll expect those to drop quite substantially here, well into the 40s as we head on into the night. Pretty dry air mass that allows things to drop more quickly, and then also too with the winds lightening here as we head on into the night, that will allow us to drop down closer to the low 40s. Some spots will even be in the upper 30s as we start off early into your Monday morning. So here's radar. You can see little of anything really popping up for us when it comes to rain. Just a few showers up across the northeastern part of the state, and then a lot more of that activity across more of the Rockies that you can see with that system right at the bottom part of your screen there closer to Las Vegas. High pressure for us, it's at least close enough to influence our weather. It's not overhead though. That's why we don't really see the big warm up here for today. We still have more of that influence coming off of the Pacific, giving us that cooler air mass coming in from that direction. Eventually, we're going to start to see more of an offshore flow, and that's going to help to really kick things up as far as the warmth here as we head into your next 48 hours. So futurecast, we're going to show you the clouds and the lack of clouds here over the next couple of days. Here we are tonight into early tomorrow morning, Monday morning at 8 o'clock, a very limited cloud coverage. Only seeing some of that across Clallam County, parts of Jefferson County, and up around Vancouver Island. The rest of us here in western Washington, we're clear. And we're going to stay pretty much like that here as we go throughout the day. Only a few upper level clouds pushing on through as we go into the afternoon. Let's fast forward on into Tuesday afternoon now. This is 3 o'clock, and this is when we're really going to start to warm things up. Now, if we get some of these clouds to really increase into the afternoon and we get a lot more of them as the system could maybe come in a little earlier, then that might limit some of the heating that we're able to do heading into Tuesday. We might limit seeing some of those 80s out there. If not, I think is a good shot that we're going to be making our way at least into the upper 70s at that point. But you can see that the system is not too far away at that time. You can see some of those showers out there across the Pacific making their way closer to us, and eventually that will start to work its way more so in to the inland areas as we head into Wednesday morning. Not a ton of rain really expected with it. It's going to be light stuff, but that'll sweep on through, and that will be part of your cold front that'll cool us down substantially heading into Wednesday from what we're going to see on Tuesday. Now, I just showed you the clouds, the rain, and the lack of the clouds. Now I'm going to show you how that really factors into some of our temperatures. So here we go on into this evening. Temperatures in the low 60s, eventually starting to drop back down into more of the 40s and even some 30s by early tomorrow morning. This is 7 o'clock, so areas around, I would say Mason County, even Olympia, Puyallup, that could be in the 30s early into the morning. By 7 o'clock, I think we'll be back at least into the low 40s at that time. Most of us still holding on to the 40s, but we head into the afternoon, we're inching up closer to that 70-degree mark, so it's going to be really nice. Then we cool back down yet again, and so for early Tuesday morning, not quite as chilly, but it is going to be cooler yet again with a lot of 40s starting off the day there, but it's a warmer start, so that means that'll give us a little bit of a head start on the warming that we're going to do heading into the afternoon. And this is going to be the time when we get that chance of seeing maybe some of those 80s across the area. And after just topping off at 76 out at SeaTac Airport last week, which was the warmest day of the year, well, it looks like we can beat that again as we head on into this upcoming Tuesday. So we'll cool down afterwards, and you'll see how we continue on into this forecast heading into more of late Wednesday morning. Check out those temperatures by 10 to 11 o'clock. They're only sitting in the 50s and not going to warm up a whole lot. Maybe we get into the 60s by the afternoon, but you can see the air mass is going to be considerably cooler as we head on into that point. So let's talk about those highs. We go from more the mid to upper 60s, lower 70s for tomorrow as we top off at 68 on Monday, and then we get it pretty close to 80 degrees on Tuesday. Normal highs at 64, so we're going to be quite a ways away from that. But then we're back below that number on Wednesday and Thursday before our numbers start to climb back up yet again, and we're back up near 70. Pretty comfortable, I would say, for many of us heading into Friday and Saturday before cooling back down a little bit heading on into Sunday. And later on into the month, I did mention this, that as we head into the middle of the month, did want to show you that there are signs that things could be maybe cooler than normal as we head into that stretch of time, as we get some troughiness, some areas of low pressure to come through the west coast, which will mean maybe some extra clouds and maybe some higher rain chances. Maybe not a lot of rain, but looks like some higher rain chances coming along with that cool air mass that might be in place, while the eastern side of the country from about, it looks like the Rockies, from about Utah up through Montana, down closer to the Four Corners and eastward, we'll see warmer than normal conditions, at least higher chances of that happening as we head through the dates of the 12th of May through the 18th of May. All right, let's continue on here for tonight's temperatures. We'll expect to see a lot of those lower to mid 40s areas here. Shelton, Olympia, even Puyallup, I wouldn't be surprised if we got down into the upper 30s. Quileute, we might be one of those spots too, dropping down to 39 degrees. And let's talk highs, because those numbers start to climb tomorrow. Mid 60s around Blaine, Bellingham, Friday Harbor up to 67. Looks like we'll top off just shy of 70 around Arlington and in Marysville, and Monroe too, only topping off at 69 there. Gold Bar, you might hit that, 70 degrees there for you. 64 in Clinton, Linwood up to 65, Coopville up to 62, Kingston hitting the mid 60s, while Paulsville tops off at 68 degrees. Could see some lower 70s around Renton and in Des Moines, 71 in Auburn, 69 in Issaquah, Bremerton up to 70 degrees there for you. And then we'll see some lower 70s around Belfair and Tacoma, Puyallup up to 72, Yelm 72 degrees and 72 as well, pretty popular number there in Olympia. Lower to mid 70s, continuing down the I-5 corridor through Centralia all the way down to Longview towards the coast. Looks like we're in the 50s. Raymond, though, will get up to about 70 degrees, while areas closer to Hump Tulips and Hoquiam hit the 60s. Many of us there closer to the immediate coastline will probably only top off in the mid to upper 50s, perhaps hit 60 degrees there in Claylock. Forecast over the next 7-day stretch, just check it out. It's still looking like it's going to be very nice and pretty. A lot of dry weather ahead, and we got the warmest 2 days here. Up here as we start off the work week, Monday and Tuesday, with Tuesday being the record, or the warmest day that we're going to see here for the week, up to 78 degrees again. Not really expecting a record with that, with record highs in the mid 80s on that day. So we're going to stay shy of those numbers right there. And if you are looking for rain, looks like Wednesday is going to be your day, just not a ton of rain coming along with that. Okay, everyone. Well, I hope that you've had a great weekend. Enjoy the upcoming work week. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.